Hello, my friend. Wherever you are, I'm sending you love, the power of positivity, and vitamin D. I'm just doing the 360 so you have an idea where we are. So up above is the welcome to the Zillionaires Club, my friends. So up above is the it's like a shopping mall, and then down here is like we're like under the garage, but at the front of the garage, like like if I were to switch the camera, you see the street. But we are back. Well, not back. I've never been to this Italian coffee company first time, but pretty much they're the same because it's a franchise. And welcome to the Zillionaires Club. Did I say that? I think I did. Whatever. But yes, the video that I made the day before yesterday, I think. But I mentioned that, because this whole time I was walking around with my tripod, and I guess like overall Mexico is pretty safe, but I guess the area that I was in, Oaxaca, that area, but I've done it many times, right? And then I was holding my tripod and I was like shooting a video, and the taxi driver, he was like, no, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. It's funny because he spoke everything in Spanish. I did not understand a word that he said, but I knew exactly what he was saying. Or at least I think I knew what he was saying. You'll be surprised at yourselves. You have a superpower, my friend. When there are many occasions, and I guess it's kind of like it's humans, right? There are many occasions I spoke with someone, I have no idea what they're talking about, but then I know, I guess with the body language and the situation that we're in, I'm like, oh, okay, I think I know what you're talking about. So now I'm a little bit skeptical about going around shooting video with my tripod, because I feel like, man, if somebody just grab my phone and run, it means that like I lose all of my work. So first of all, I gotta learn how to back up my work more frequently. It used to be like every 6 months. Now I gotta boost it down to a month, just in case I lose all of the stuff on my phone. And the other thing that I gotta learn how to do is be more observant, because I'm not really observant when I travel. I'm like, oh, okay, everyone's good, everyone's nice. I see it, but I never take I guess I do, but not to the point where I'm constantly alert. And I think I should start doing that, because when he said that, the taxi driver, he was like, yeah, you should put your phone away. Someone can just come and grab it. And I was like, okay. Then I start observing that area, the amount of homeless people, the way that people dress, and it's never happened, but it's kind of like it kicked in, and I was like, oh, okay. But it also made me realize my phone, all of my videos are saved on there.
Is life happening to us, or life is happening for us?
Okay, my friend, let's talk about Costa Rica. Why Costa Rica? So I'm going to be in Costa Rica for 3 months, but usually when I book my flight, I don't book for 3 months, because sometimes paperwork, something can happen, and when you overstay in a country, it just paperwork, and you don't want to go through all the hassle. So I kind of instead of 3 months, 2 months and 3 weeks, that will give me time, just in case an emergency or anything happen. It's flexible. So why Costa Rica? Well, first of all, they kind of removed travel restrictions, meaning that you don't have, I'm pretty sure I'm not sure, but I'm assuming that it's very similar to Mexico in a way where most people are wearing a mask, but as far as tourists and people that travel, that go to the country, they don't have to, there's no restrictions, as long as you have a return flight So, I'm going to be leaving from Mexico and to Costa Rica, San Jose, Costa Rica. And I booked a house, not a house, but kind of like a small apartment for 2 months and 3 weeks. And I think it run around 1,300 for the whole time when I'm there. But the reason why, when I started traveling, like my accommodation for the place that I'm at, I kind of have a standard of what I want, because you kind of have to go through many places, and then you have to figure it out, like, okay, this is the place that I want. Because when you travel, you want to enjoy even the place that you are staying at. Back, I remember when I first came, I was trying to save some money, and by booking a place for like 300 or 350, it was okay, but it was like really small, so I couldn't enjoy my time at home. Because if you think about it, like every day I had to leave the place because it was just too small, right? And at first when I came to Mexico, it was okay, because I was like, okay, I gotta go out there, I gotta explore. But after a while, you're kind of like, oh, okay, everything's kind of the same. So you want to stay home, and then you stay home from getting the sunburn. And the fact that I'm able to buy the food and just go home and cook and prep my food, I really enjoy that. This time, however, is going to be completely different. I'm going to be like on a farm, like a coffee plantation, meaning that not everyone is going to be a big property, but it's just going to be like kind of like like imagine you have a piece of land, and you kind of have like a cabin there. It's kind of like that, and I want to explore what it's like to just live like away from the city. So I guess during my travel in the United States, it was more of like exploring the country, come and go, but I didn't really have like a place where I could stay for like a long period. And when I got to Mexico, pretty much 1 month, like from city to city to city. And now I get to be here for 3 months, and I get to try out like the lifestyle, and kind of like search what is it that I want. Because out of this whole trip, the thing that I'm also looking for is that, okay, eventually I will get a house, right? I want to get a house, and simply because traveling is great and all, you can only do it for so long. Then eventually you have to settle down, and that's the whole point. But now it's me trying to figure out, okay, what do I want? Like, if I were to get a property, where would it be? What would the climate be like? How are the people? And do I want to be away from the city or far away from the city? Do I want a big piece of property with land? And you kind of figure it out when you go. Because when I start looking back at people that are living in the city, when they buy a house, they do kind of go out there and look for the one that they want. But then at the same time, the kind of loan that they need, and they have to be in a particular area because of family and friends and stuff like that. But for me, it's like I'm free. Like I can just go to like whatever country. If I like it, then I can anchor down and just live the life that I want, and also producing content like I'm doing.
Currently accepting 420 Dogecoin.
So my friend, that is why I picked Costa Rica for my next travel. No travel restrictions. I heard they were pretty uptight during the COVID, and I understand why. Even the US, even Mexico. Even though in Mexico travel restrictions are not here, but the 90% of the people still wear a mask. And Costa Rica, it's like, I'm assuming it's the same thing, but I want to kind of like, oh, and the other thing is the plane ticket. The plane ticket, very affordable. Round trip from Mexico City to Costa Rica, San Jose. Roughly about, with insurance and stuff like that, it cost me about $330. And I guess I'll just make my way down. Because at first I was gonna go to Vietnam, but then I was like, man, the plane ticket was like $1,500. But then if I go there, I probably can extend my visa for 6 months. but my grandma is doing well. So, you know, I figure after the 6 months, it means I have to go elsewhere, constantly traveling. And right now, I just want to relax a little bit, learn about crypto, because right now, like, you know, I think it's a good time to learn about crypto, and I will share my journey of cryptocurrency. Do I still believe in Bitcoin? Hell yeah. I would rather hold Bitcoin any day. Even if the price dropped down to 90%, I would still hold Bitcoin. But make sure you have some cash on the side. You know, as I try to stash like cash on the side, no more than 5,000 in my checking account, because I know it will last me for at least, you know, 6 months to a year. And crypto is volatile. But the thing is, as something to hold, I always want to hold Bitcoin, you know. So my friend, let me know in the video, have you thought about your dream home? Like, how do you want it, right? Do you want it to be like, just let me know. I have no idea what you want, but I'm sharing you my journey, my travel, you know, my travel blog, so you can have an idea or even start traveling, you know, instead of being stuck in the city. I think the best thing about this whole COVID or pandemic, we know who people truly are, and we get to explore how tough we are, how, you know, how much balls we have. Yes, son, I'm talking to you. As an individual, and able to observe society and able to step outside of like the norms, I think is really important. So use the hashtag #Zillionaires Club and let me know, you know, if you have a place, where would it be and why, okay? And don't just, I mean, it's kind of good to have an idea, but the thing is, when you actually go there, it's so different. Like, I know the kind of place that I want, but then at the same time, I feel like if I go to a place where it's, you feel it, like you definitely feel it. The air, the people, the environment, it's a whole different vibe, okay? So much love. I will see you in the next video. Let me know what's up, okay?